just a Firefly.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Savage Land. Welcome back to another episode of The Field. And man, it's been a minute since I did the episode of The Field. Haven't really picked up a lot of new G.I. Joe figures this summer. I've picked up some, but I haven't picked up a lot. But today's episode is about one I actually did hunt down and wanted ever since the day I've seen him. And it is the Target exclusive Wreckage with the Tiger Paw, which is pretty much a same repaint of the Cobra Ferret that came with the Cobra Scout driver. Now, this is another controversial one, like, okay,
I'd like to ask you a few questions.
why do you have a million roadblocks and tripwires in Target when somebody clearly should have known that Wreckage was going to be a hot commodity? But this episode is really not about that. The episode is really about
Marvel at Fireflies.
conspiracy theory. I'm not usually a big conspiracy. That's all we need to know. But in my head, as soon as I seen Wreckage, I was like, man, that dude looks really intense to be a G.I. Joe. And even when you get him in hand, he's too intense to be a G.I. Joe. And what I'm thinking is, this guy, I believe, was really supposed to be Firefly.
Finkel and Einhorn, Finkel and Einhorn.
From the day I seen this V2 Firefly and looked in his face, I said, he has a stern look, but he isn't psychotic looking like the Cobra Island Firefly, or anytime you kind of ever seen Firefly, you always kind of seemed like he was twitchy, kind of a twitchy type guy, and his eyes look like that. This guy has more of a stern looking face. And what I'm talking about is, I believe that Firefly's head is really supposed to be Wreckage, and Wreckage is really supposed to be Firefly.
Finkel and Einhorn in it together. How? Why?
I believe Wreckage is a better figure as far as put together wise than Firefly, even though this is the same exact figure down to the everything. It's just a total repaint, and the only thing he gets different is he gets a helmet, and Firefly got the goggles with the stupid card that I don't even know where it's at. I picked it up one time and forgot that was the card that was supposed to go to him. But to make a long story short, I always like the V1 over the V2. Now, what we'll go through is just showing the different intensity in the face, the different paint, and just pretty much why Wreckage is everything Firefly ever wanted to be. Alright, so let's get a few things out of the way. The Tiger Paw. The same exact thing as the Cobra Ferret. I would say out of all of the Tiger Force classified vehicles, this looks the most appropriate. The like shark, the tiger mouth, and kind of like, kind of how they used to do the shark teeth is on the fins, the guards in the front, which looks like the best they ever done, even better than the ram cycle, because the ram cycle always looked kind of funny, but the way they have the mouth painted on this in a perfect place. And then the yellow and black, most time you think of a four-wheeler, you think out some safari somewhere, jungle type atmosphere, but I think it looks dope. I like the Cobra Ferret. I think the Cobra Ferret looks great. If I had to choose between the two, I would say more the Cobra Ferret, because it's just more of a solid color. But I really do like this Tiger Paw. Out of the two, I believe Wreckage is the true prize out of both of them. Even though I really like this Tiger Paw, I wanted to see this quad inside my vehicles, especially my G.I. Joe vehicles and my vehicles in general. Same exact thing as the Cobra Ferret, split in image, just different repaint. That's all. Just repainted for Tiger Force. Alright, so let's start with accessories with these two. Backpack, same BS rifle. I don't know what it's called, but some type of machine gun. Has the attachment on it for a silencer. Same backpack. And also the same two like little landmines that you see at the bottom, kind of on the side. They just kind of pop on and off of there. I've never really used them, but same exact backpacks, but they're just painted different. That's it. They get the same rifle. They get the same explosives that go onto the backpack. They get the same joystick for their which I don't know why he has a joystick. You know what? Now that I think about it, Wreckage has nothing to control. Why does he have a joystick? But once again, this is a repaint. It probably would have cost them more money to take that joystick out. They have the same sidearm with the same strap that goes onto it, just different colors. Wreckage is beige. Firefly is black. It's like this kind of gun that kind of mimics a 9mm. Also, they have the same knife and the same sheath on the same arm. You see, pretty much the overlays are the same. Everything's the same. They didn't change anything, I don't see. Boots are the same, knee pads the same, overlays are the same, gauntlets are the same. Almost kind of the grenade bandolier the same. Only thing is different is it's painted. And the only thing they truly have difference is Wreckage, as you can see, has kind of like the Steel Brigade kind of motocross helmet, and Firefly has like the night vision goggles. That is the only difference between the headpieces here. But same exact figure.
Einhorn is Finkel.
All right, first off, let's get down to the body. And kind of the body, really not too much to go over because it's the same thing. But one huge thing in this thing is the body as far as Firefly. Remember this? Remember this loose as a goose? I mean, this is, look at this. Look at this. This is horrible here. He came like this. Wreckage, tight. Like he's not all floppy like this Firefly. And what that tells me there is Wreckage must have been made first, because with the G.I. Joe Classified, what I've noticed is the second, the third edition repaints, they get a little wonky, they get a little flimsy. But those first editions, tough as leather. And Wreckage is nice and tight. He doesn't have no floppy, there's no loose joints, there's no tight joints. He's just a well put together figure. His body feels amazing. Where Firefly, he feels like he's been played with. I've said this for about a year now. He feels like he was played with already when he came out of the box. Okay, so let's go in a little bit closer. Let's just go simply to paint. Now, on Firefly, he looks dull. Like his fatigue pattern, his camo pattern look like he's washed his clothes 1,000 times. I mean, it looks like they barely did anything on it. Wreckage, his paint job, look at the lines. Look how hard the lines are. Look how faded Firefly is, like between the two. It's just like he's almost secondhand material here. Even on the overlays, I want to look at something close here that I looked at earlier. Wreckage has paint over his grenades to show that they're strapped in. Firefly doesn't even have that, man. It's just black grenades. Now, as far as me, I'm not a huge complainer. I still love this Firefly just like the V1. Which one I like more? V1. But I'm just saying, like, something happened here. Like, was this supposed to be Wreckage, you know, the secondary guy, and Firefly get treated and something got switched around? Or just they was like, the hell with it, we already like the first Firefly, we don't care how this one looks. You see he has the orange like kind of cargo patches there. He has the green, which there's no too much different in that. But his paint and his camo, even though his is like a more of a duller color, the black and just a beige looks way better than Firefly. His body is put together way better than Firefly, like as if he was the first one made and Firefly was just secondary trying to stamp it out and get it out of there, man. So Wreckage, far as paint, his body, way better than Firefly. This should be Firefly, be quite honest with you. Wreckage being the secondary.
Finkel is Einhorn!
Alright, so now we're going to take a look at something here. This is Firefly version 2. Now, if you have version 1, or if you don't have version 1, when you take a look at Wreckage eyes, that's what the version 1 reminds you of Firefly. Somebody who's tweaky, kind of crazy, psychotic, on meth, or something. Somebody who you should not be around, or if you are around them, you should watch them because they're real twitchy, they're real tweaky. This guy here has a stern look, and he looks a little mean. But he has a more of a stern, I wouldn't necessarily say heroic look, but almost kind of reminiscent of Storm Shadow. Which, okay, you might say Storm Shadow's a bad guy in G.I. Joe, but would you ever consider Storm Shadow evil? No, he's not. He has some type of morality about him. Matter of fact, in the cartoon, he saved Spirit life one time because he said he owed him one. And he was totally a bad guy. And that's what this guy looks like. He doesn't have that intensity. He doesn't have that loose cannon type look to him. It's more of a heroic, stoic, stern look on this guy right here. Wreckage. He looks, excuse my language, but he looks fucking evil.
I have exorcised the demons.
Okay, he looks really bad, yo. He doesn't look good. If he told me to come with him, if I want to live, I'm not going with him. Be honest with you, even when Arnold Schwarzenegger did it in T2, after you knew he was a bad guy, he just had a aura about him, heroic aura about him, and he said, come with me if you want to live. That made whatever, I forgot my girl from Terminator, go with him. But this guy right here, with these eyes and the way he looked like he been up for days or he's on drugs, I'm not going nowhere with him. But he looks like he could be a bad guy. Same exact figures, different head sculpts. Have the same mask or blue clover, but one works for Cobra and one is a G.I. Joe. I know these two guys don't look like the best guys in the world, but which one would you trust? Me, none, to be quite honest with you. But I damn sure not trusting my man here on the right. He looks not right. Okay? Now, let me show you something else here.
Einhorn is a man!
Now, that is Firefly on the left. And that is a G.I. Joe on the right. I think somebody really missed the memo here, man, because when you look at this head now, that looks like a Firefly right there. That looks like a low-down type of dude. Now, it looks like their head sizes are a little bit different, but it still looks right. The Firefly head from V2, look how loose this guy is. I mean, Jesus Christ, man. He's loose as a goose. The Firefly head from the V2 has a more stoic, heroic looking head. He looks like a G.I. Joe. It looks like it fits on that body. It looks like the expression that guy would have being a G.I. Joe. Other than the face on the left that looks like pure evil and death. And that's what Firefly is. A tweaky, methy, pyromaniac, explosive freak, chilling out in Humboldt County, the Green Triangle, dwelling down in New Mexico in the meth capitals type of guy, yo, who will blow your house up, your car up, and everything, and he doesn't care. He's going through a lot. Okay? That is a Cobra person right here. Okay? That is a G.I. Joe heroic. Same body, just different heads. I believe somebody dropped the memo. I believe there was conspiracy theory here, man.
Einhorn is a man!
And it makes me, if I can find another Wreckage, almost wants to go get another Wreckage in Firefly and set the tone straight. And I guess really all you have to do is switch the heads on them, paint them up, but get a more wider angle look here. But yeah, man. Yeah, he looks evil. He looks evil from back here, to be quite honest with you. So I believe there was conspiracy theory. I believe Wreckage is supposed to be Firefly. Firefly is supposed to be Wreckage. I believe Ray Finkel is really Einhorn. Einhorn is really Finkel. Oh my God, they switched. What you guys think, man? But Wreckage is a dope figure. This review is really about Wreckage. He's everything that I wanted that Firefly to be, man. And he's tough. He's tough. He's tough. If you can find him, good luck to you, man. It really sucks. To me, finding this guy was better than getting that Coco, that Once a Man Coco, man, because this Wreckage is dope. But this is the Savage Land. We do this for the love and beauty of G.I. Joe Classified and the field episodes. If you can, give me a like, comment, subscribe. Hit me up on my Instagram at Geppetto910. And with that being said, until the next time, God bless.